Check 1 2. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back. It's your boy Blue. I am ready to get to it. We have been waiting years for this moment. We have been waiting years for this aircraft. We've been talking about it in every single business jet live stream and flight we have pretty much ever done. It always comes up in the topic of conversation. That is the FS Reborn Phenom 300E that is now available exclusively on the marketplace, and I think it's priced at like $40-ish from what I hear. But yeah, it's finally here, the Phenom 300 in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. Super excited. Been looking forward to this thing for a very long time, as I said over and over already. But man, we have a pretty special flight today, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that out of the way before we get into the hellos. We're currently sitting at West Palm Beach, Florida, Kilo Papa Bravo, India. We have 2 legs tonight. If everything goes as planned, we have 2 legs tonight. So our first leg is an empty leg. It's a ferry flight to go pick up our passengers in Tampa, Florida. And then from Tampa, we're heading to Myrtle Beach. That is today's trip. You got me. It's gonna be pretty cool. 2 fairly short hops. Gives us some time to kind of, get used to the aircraft. Looking forward to it. Shout out to FS Reborn and Raul. Thank you, man, for allowing me to get an early version of this and supporting the channel. So I've been practicing, I've been learning, and hopefully you guys can learn something from me, or I can learn something from you. It goes both ways, right? But guys, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Hope you have an amazing night so far, or morning, whatever time it is for you. Let's get the chat up real quick and see who is watching with us. We got Mike is in the house. We got Captain DMV is in the house. Aviator Legend is in the house. Welcome aboard, man. Good to see. Hope you're doing well. Captain Carolina is in the house as well. Whoa, welcome to the stream. Cooper 1094, welcome to the stream. Guess who? 23465, welcome to the stream, man. Yes, I love this paint job. Shout out to Flight Sim TO. There's a bunch of liveries already on Flight Sim TO. This thing just dropped today, and just hours later, it already has a ton of liveries and some really good ones. I wasn't a big fan of the liveries that came with the plane, but I like the liveries we got on Flight Sim.to. Ken LeMay, welcome to the stream, and good to see you. Welcome aboard. John Wayne Aviation, welcome back to the stream, and good to see you. And we got Cuddlies in the house as well. This thing looks phenomenal. Oh yes, we'll be using that word a lot. All right, let's get going, guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the chat. If I don't respond, I do apologize, as we may go heads down at one point to actually get the aircraft going. We're just gonna go fly this thing, man. We're gonna go fly this thing and have a good time. Again, we have 2 legs today. We have a quick little ferry hop leg to pick up our passengers, and then we have a slightly longer flight. First flight's like 150 miles. Second flight is just under 400 miles. We'll start off by getting the engine cover taken off there. We'll also, we don't need to do any baggage because we're not carrying any bags, just my own personal equipment. There's external power receptacle there. Very cool plane. We're in the hangar here at Atlantic Aviation. They got us nice and clean for us, so looking good. Let's go get the pitot covers turned off there, and we'll get the gear off, and we'll let the ground crew do the chocks for us a little later. Again, nothing in here. Just gonna double check, make sure we didn't leave any bags in there. I believe we're good on that side. And then over here, we have our fuel panel and stuff, which I believe you can actually manually fuel this aircraft if you want to. So we'll see. We'll see what this week looks like. We'll talk more about what we have going on stream-wise and content-wise this week. And maybe you guys can kind of help me understand, or not understand, help me decide what to do this week. All right, let's go ahead and get the door open, get this thing going. We got 2 legs, so I don't want to waste any time. Make sure we get there, get our passengers picked up in a nice, timely manner. We'll get the music turned way down. Again, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Always a pleasure. So thankful and blessed to be able to be here with you guys. All right, looks like the camera, is it working? Uh-oh. Oh, I think I know. I think it sees, yeah, I think it sees this plane as a new plane. Yep. All right, so I need to import. All right, this isn't, okay. I wasn't expecting to have to do this, but it is what it is. All right, so I need to import my cameras, because I just installed this livery, and I guess it sees this livery as a whole new plane. So I'm just gonna import my livery. How do I do that? Similar, I think it would be this one right here. Yeah, Phenom 300E, and we'll import all. Replace. There we go. Yes, nice. I love that. Chase plane for the win, man. Chase plane for the win, because I would have had to set all that up manually back in the day. All right, cool. We got my camera views here, which are public and on the cloud. I think you can import these yourself. I don't really know exactly how that works, but I believe you can. All right, so the way I get the aircraft going is I start with the EFB. By the way, guys, if you're new to the plane or want to learn how to fly it, stay tuned very soon. Hopefully, as early as tomorrow, you'll have a full flight tutorial on my channel for the Phenom. All right, so we'll check here. Let me make sure my settings are still set. They might have reset due to changing liveries. It looks like everything is how I like it to be. Looks like it is. All right, cool. I have wear and tear set to 4 times, so things wear out 4 times faster than normal. Over to flight plan, though, that's where we'll start. We'll go ahead and import our flight plan from SimBrief. By the way, guys, we are using JetCard for today's flights. This one included. This is actually the ferry flight heading over to Tampa. So if you guys don't know what JetCard is, if you like the Phenom, you need to know what JetCard is. It's a great platform for flying realistic business jet flights. So check that out, jetcard.io, I think is what it's called. Anyways, all right, so all right, that's imported. Beautiful. Let's continue to our ground ops, and let's see, we'll get the GPU connected, GPU connected and on, I guess you could say. No red carpet, because there's no passengers with us right now. We'll change our weight there to something a bit more realistic. That works. That's close enough. See, that's good. So our payloads on the left here, our fuel's on the left. I'm just going to confirm we have the amount of fuel that we are expecting. So for our flight from Palm Beach to Tampa, 1,944 pounds. That is correct. All right, cool. That looks good. We'll do instant load. We'll probably do maybe we'll do real-time load on the second leg, guys. All right, we might do real-time load on the second leg, because we'll actually have passengers and stuff on that one. All right, so no passengers on board, just me, just little me by myself. This aircraft is a single pilot aircraft, so that's good. All right, so good to go there. Cabin comfort, we don't care because I am the only passenger on board. Maintenance looks okay. Oil quantity looks good. Our realism settings are all turned on, so everything is realistic, except for fuel aircraft manually. We could actually do that, but okay, well, maybe we'll try that later. I want to kind of get the 2 flights in today in a decent manner. All right, so all right, that's good to go. Let's move over to get the aircraft powered on now, and to do that, we'll go over here to our left side panel, get the electrical panel, Gen 1, Gen 2, the pneumatic bleed 1 and pneumatic bleed 2, and then we'll go over to hide the yoke, and we'll get our fuel pump 1 and 2 set to auto. We'll get our hydraulic pumps 1 and 2 auto, EOT to arm, passenger signs to on in the middle. We'll also get the ADS probes to auto. We'll continue over to the right side and get the pressurization to auto, ECS to both, our AC to auto. That's the middle position, and we'll leave it in low. We'll put it in medium blowing. That's good to go there. Now that that's done, we can actually slide back over here and get the battery turned on. Boom and boom, and she's gonna come to life. Wait, at least she should. She should come to life. She's not coming to life. Why is she not coming to life? What happened? Let's check. Ground ops. We had GPU and whatnot connected, but I don't see. Oh, I think I know what it is. I know what it is, guys. This happens to me all the time. All right, so it's a prop. So again, because I'm trying a new livery and Microsoft Flight Sim sees this livery as like a whole new plane for whatever reason, it has reset my controls back to default, and my Moza base that I have has like a battery switch on it, and yeah, that's the problem right there. And it detects that battery switch as off, so when I switch the battery in the cockpit, it didn't actually turn the aircraft on. That's why. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that's to my custom profile that I made. That's good. My throttle should also be set to a custom throttle setting. That is good. We hit save and back. You can't believe, well, you probably do believe, but you wouldn't believe how many times or how many hours I spend trying to fix that issue Not knowing that it was my controls fighting against me. All right, we should try that again. Let's see. I think it's down here. Yep, battery 1 and 2. All right, I hear noises that time. Let me see. Let me just make sure it's not actually my key binding here. Interesting. Check our controls. Bro, all I did was change the livery. This plane has been working perfectly fine for me. Disabled aviator, welcome to the stream, man. You just landed and you love it. Nice, man. Good to hear, good to hear. Tell me why this is your daily plane now. What's so special? I'll let you know soon. Let me figure this out first, and then I'll let you guys know why this is gonna become my daily driver. Why are you not starting? Do we have a dead battery? It is possible. Let's go ahead and turn the batteries off. It is possible we have a dead. Again, there are failures in this aircraft. Let's see. Let's check out the pre-flight. So we got battery 1 says status okay. Okay. Front tires are good. Main gear tires are all good. Oil quantity is okay. Engine, it only have 6 hours on it. Lights are all okay. Let's check the actual maintenance page. And we'll go ahead and click on a few things here. If we click here, we can check the tires. We can replace the tires if we want to replace the tires. Click up here. It's going to be the pitch trim actuator, which is fine. This is the, what, engine 2 status. Yeah, it is. Let's see, what is this one? This is the generator management, which shows to be in good condition. Engines are good. Hydraulic pumps look good. Oh, what is this? VCS status damaged. What does that even mean? When the VCS fails, the compressor drive will be unable to cool the air for the cabin. Performing maintenance or replacing the VCS will reset this behavior. Interesting. I don't know what that is or why that failed. It's the vapor cycle system. It drives the air conditioning compressor and cabin evaporators that provide cabin cooling. When on the ground, air cooling is driven via the compressor drive. That makes sense. In my previous flight, my AC wasn't turning on. That makes sense now. So that broke. Okay. Well, we'll have to replace that. Or maybe we'll wait and replace it later. That's not going to stop us from flying. That's just going to make the aircraft a bit warmer on the inside. Alright, battery. Oh, here, what is the battery management? Yeah, batteries are good. Batteries are good. So why isn't it starting? ECS, you started the NG with ECS on both. Let me check that just say the ECS. Yeah, I always do that though. I'll reset it and see if that makes a difference, but that's just what I always do. We should see a light here. We do have a GPU hooked up on the outside. Yeah, we do. Man, I love this livery. If only I can get it started. If only we can get the aircraft started, that'd be nice. So I hear a noise happening when I press the battery. Oop, I can't remember my camera view. There it is. You hear that?
Looking for bar clearance. Clearance on request.
Oh, I wonder if it's like the lights or something. It shouldn't be. The GPU, the GPU could be dead too. GPU could be dead too. Data, welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you, man. V1, check your binding profiles. Mine have been swapped to default when I changed liveries. Thank you, Mero. Thank you, bro. Let me try that again. Let me try that again. I thought I just fixed that, but so I have a custom profile for my Moza base that basically turns all the buttons off on the yoke. At least it's supposed to. Yeah. Alright, that's good. Let me just see if my battery does anything. Search by input. Yeah, no input. That's my battery switch. So go back. Check my throttle. My throttle shouldn't have anything mapped to that either. I'm like trying to think, what else could I have plugged in that would... I might have to just switch liveries. I might have to switch to like a different livery because I don't know what it is. Weird. All right, let's switch liveries and just see if the livery... I like this livery so much though. I want to fly this livery so bad. Oh man. Yeah, I always have my ECS on both before I start. That's the way I've been doing it for the last like 4 flights I've done, and it's not been a problem. All right, let's see. Ooh, I hope there's nothing else. I'm like, I hope there's nothing else on this page you're not supposed to see. There might be some other planes I've been testing that are under NDA. I'm just saying. Anyways, let's see. I've been flying the... I guess we could fly the black one. Okay, I like this one. Where is it? November 1. I like this livery. It's pretty basic. It's not as fancy as the other one. Just white and red. But we'll see. I know this one works. I flew this one last night. All right, so Kilo Papa Bravo India. That's where we're at. Slide in. Put her back in the hangar. Set as departure. Rewind back a couple hours. For a few. That works. And start flight. Let's see what happens. Let's see if it fixes it. James Johnson, welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well, man. Yep, welcome back, True Blue. Good to see you, man. Mixed Up Gaming. You buy it on the marketplace, on the Microsoft Marketplace. It is a Microsoft Marketplace exclusive. Okay, so let's see if this indeed fixes it. I had a weird issue the first time I loaded in, which is one reason why I was late. Which was the... Oops, that's not what I want to do. My keyboard wasn't working, which was weird. I don't know if it was a Microsoft problem or not. Alright, so we get the pins off. We'll run around the aircraft. It's not like there's anything else on the exterior I'm supposed to press to get the battery on. It doesn't simulate the battery connect thing back here. Does it? No, it doesn't. Alright, cool. Run around. Again, if you guys are just joining us, we are attempting to fly from Palm Beach to Tampa for a quick ferry flight to pick up some passengers in Tampa to take them to Myrtle Beach for the beginning of summer. All right, let's hop inside. Monorific Quarter Block is in the house. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. All right, let's try this out. I'm just gonna hit the batteries. Oops, and see if it does it. Yeah, look at that. What? Like, bruh, come on. How can a livery break everything? Okay, so again, my setup, we'll just test to see if it's anything to do with my process. So the way I do this is I go Gen 1, Gen 2, pneumatic 1 and 2 to auto. We then slide over here, get the yoke out of the way. We get the hydraulic pump, or sorry, fuel pump to auto 1 and 2. Hydraulic pump 1 and 2. ELT armed. SEPA signs on. We then go and get our ADS probes to auto. Yes, we do all this before we start the engines or before we get the powered up. ECS to both. Preservation to auto. There we go. Mode switch to auto for air conditioning. Rest of that is good. We'll worry about the failed air conditioning system before we get the passengers in here later on. Other than that, that's good to go. Now we go over to our battery and we should see a 1 and 2 powered on. There's our Garmin's lighting up and boom. So it was delivery. I'm blaming the livery. So I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure how in the world a livery can stop the battery from starting, but that's what's happening. And it could be a binding. It could be a binding, like maybe because it thinks I'm in a different plane. It like rebound my binding somehow. I don't know. Either way, we're back in business. All right, let's get the EFB set up again. So flight plan, we'll import our flight plan again. Going to Tampa today. Quick short little hop. Let's go to ground ops. That's a heavy pilot. Let's see, go back a little bit. That works for me. GPU, we can get GPU. We don't need it. You know what? Let's do a non-GPU. Let's do GPU because I don't want to burn up the battery. I don't want to burn the battery. All right, so we get that passenger. We got a little bit of cargo, not much. Fuel looks good. We'll load instantly. just to kind of get out of here. Okay, we got 2 legs. We'll pick up some people in Tampa. All right, so cabin comfort we don't care about right now. Maintenance is all good except for that VCS, which I think is over here. There it is, damaged. Man, it has like no hours on it. I can't believe it's already damaged. That's crazy. All right, flight plan, good to go. All right, so let's oh no, somebody's inside me.
Okay.
Might have to move my plane. All right, so cool thing is this makes it nice and easy. It has a nice little task list. Go to our voice data recorder and do that test first. We will be using Say Intentions AIATC today, so we'll go ahead and grab the ADA since we're there in the background while we're getting set up. I want to be on VATSIM, but for some reason my vPilot is not working. I don't know if anyone else has had an issue with vPilot lately, but one day I load the sim up, turned vPilot on, and it's failed. I have no idea why. Alright, traffic system test failed. Oh, sorry, not failed. Pass. Next, the TAWS, which might fail. If you try to do the TAWS too soon, it will actually fail.
TCAS testing active in
So we'll see what happens here.
Expect possible altitude alerts. Advise on course heading. Altitude.
System
Oh, it passed.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, after that,
hold short instructions.
we'll continue. Oh, you know, we forgot one more thing. The IFE,
Have information mic.
the in-flight entertainment system. Get that powered on. All right, it's good to go. All right, next we'll go back to here. We'll go to next. That will take us to our engine setting page. We'll set the data for takeoff, which all we need is the outside air temperature, which I'm getting right now from the ATIS, which is
visibility 10. Few at 2000, scattered at 3500, broken at 20,000. Temperature 27.
temperature 27.
23. Altimeter
Send that.
3015. Density altitude 1200 feet. TCAS testing active in approach area.
My altimeter was actually 3015. I hit in it.
On course heading.
Over to flight plan.
And if flight following is requested. Read back all
I'm gonna set my
runway
barrel
and hold
here.
short
So
instructions.
3015.
Advise on
I
initial
wonder if
contact
there might be a way to
information
sync
mic.
this, because I don't like having to type
Palm
that in
Beach
3
International
times.
Airport.
So 3015 there, 1 time,
0253 Zulu. Arriving and departing runways
2
10
times.
right, 10 left, 14.
There we go, and 3
Wind 090
times.
at 12. Visibility 10. Few at 2000.
Beautiful.
Scattered
All right,
at
we have information
3500.
mic over to
Broken at
clearance.
127.35.
Before that though, let's go over to it's already somehow imported my flight plan. I'm not really sure why or how. I'm just gonna delete that and I'll show you guys how to import that from SimBrief. If I go back to the home page and go SimBrief, and we'll wait for it to populate. There it is. Request. Import. This is the lazy way of getting your flight plan. I wouldn't call it lazy. I call it efficient. All right, runway 10 left. We're expecting. If we go down, baby. Let's see. In Tampa, if we go to procedure, approach, we'll pick up the ILS out there. 19 left. Yep, it's already there. Transition will be vectors, I think. Actually, no, it'll be bucks. And load that. Do not activate it. Hit OK. That's all done. All right, back to our init task list. Flight plan is complete. We'll go to landing elevation, which is next on the list. It's already put in our landing elevation because it's taking it from our flight plan, which is great. So hit next on that. This is our weights. So aircraft loading is just me. I think I put myself in like 150 or something like that. So do that. Enter. No passengers on board. We'll leave that as is. Next, fuel. We'll click on fuel on board. That'll sync that. 1952. It's gonna confirm that's what we need. 1952. We have all we need is 1944. So we get a little extra. That sounds good to me. All right, hit next. That will then bring us to our takeoff data page. So for runway 10 left, there's our takeoff weight, our CG, 30.3%. For the weather, we have load METAR 0907 at 12 knots, 27 degrees Celsius, and the barrel is 3015. That's good to me. Runway, good, looks good. 10,000 foot runway. Takeoff config, flaps 1, no ice required. Takeoff data, except those speeds: 105, 105, 117, 124. Beautiful. Next, one more time, and that is, I think, okay, here's our V speeds right here. It's confirming that, and at that, except initialization. We are all done with the what's called the Garmin GTC, the Garmin Touch Controller. All right, so map settings up on our left side. We can get the charts on the right if we want, or checklist. I don't really need the checklist today, so we'll just put some charts up there. Why not? We'll put the airport chart up there. I think it should be up there. Yep, there it is. And I think to zoom in, if I remember correctly, is... I know this is this the zoom? Or just the zoom? That's not zoom. That's not zoom either. I can't... I think we have to go to... Yeah, I don't remember how to zoom it. I do not remember how to zoom it. Sync POF, chart options, fit width.
Morning, Palm Beach International. King Air.
It's fine.
Kodiak.
All right.
November 1 kilo Golf.
If you guys know how to do it in chat, let me know. I'll catch the chat and we'll figure it out. All right, so we are ready, guys. For I didn't get my IFR, did I? Probably should do that. Let's go ahead and do that now.
343 with the weather requesting IFR Daytona.
Let's see, we are November 116 Bravo, and we're going to Tampa. Palm Beach clearance, November 116 Bravo, IFR to Tampa with Mike.
I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
Do me a favor, once airborne, try to go direct to a fix. Is not working for me. All right, Vision, I got you. We'll do that.
Palm Beach departure, cleared to Tampa via the O Lake 3 departure, then as filed. Climb and maintain 6,000. Expect flight level 38010 minutes after departure. Departure on 123.625 squawk 5674.
I am excited for this flight. I really am. Like, as I'm getting the stuff ready, I'm like, let's go. All right, clear to Tampa via the O Lake 3 departure, then as filed. Climb and maintain 6,000. Expect flight level 38010 minutes after departure. Departure's on 123.625. We'll squawk 5674 for November 116 Bravo. Left dial to zoom.
Phenom 16 Bravo, read back correct. Ground will be on 121.9er.
Altitude 6,000 feet. The zoom works on the left screen for the regular map, but I've not gotten it working on the charts. We'll try it again though. Well, this Phenom's all over the airport right now. Love it. Love it, love it. All right, cool. So we got our IFR clearance. We already got our 5674 plugged in there, which is nice. They gave us exactly what we asked for.
Welcome on our trip to Tampa. I'm Emma, and I'll be looking after you today. Please take your
not going to worry about the smoke test, but if you want to do them, they're over here.
Feel free to ask me. Thank you for flying with us.
Hold on. I'm just going to show you guys it. It's a thing. Fire, fire.
Fire, fire.
There you go. So, we'll skip the test though today. All right, let's see. Let's go up top. Nav lights on. Just out of habit, we'll get the passenger stuff on. Emergency lights to armed. That's good. We got plenty of oxygen on board. We can check that. I'll use this side to do it. Let's see, that's gonna be aircraft system status. And yep, we have plenty of oxygen on board. Nice. All right, throttle is idle. Confirm. Brake is set. Confirm. Let's get the door shut and let's get out of here, guys. We are ready. We are ready.
November 216, contact Palm Beach departure on 125.2.
Switching to Palm Beach departure on 125.2, Shay, November 216.
That door is shut. All right, guys, let's fire it up. Normally, you probably wouldn't want to start in the hangar. Maybe you would. I don't know. But we don't have a way of pushing out of here right now, so we'll just do that. So, starting with engine number 2. Clear on 2, starting 2. Back to run. You should see N1 coming up, N2 coming up. Oil pressure is climbing slowly. Battery volts are coming down. Alright, good start on 2. Let's get that GPU disconnected here. Oh, I just turned it on. I just realized we weren't even using GPU the whole time. Alright, ground ops. We'll go ahead and disconnect. Thank you very much.
Centurion 5, Juliet Romeo, contact Palm
And
Beach
clear
departure
on 1, starting 1.
Switching to Palm Beach departure on 125.2. Centurion 5, Juliet Romeo.
Yeah, I don't know. I made a face because I thought I heard the engine shutting down, but we're good. All right, we've already got our engine takeoff data set. Our altitude has already been set. We're not going to worry about the stall warning test. Landing for elevation is set. Takeoff speeds are set. Transponder is set. Flight controls. Let's check those. Very important to check our flight controls. Oh, great. Oh, great. Chat, you know what it is. Guess who's not working today? Guess who's not working today for our 2-leg flight? Track IR. Good old Track IR with the L today. Great. It was working before. Alright, we'll do this. So if it's not gonna work, I'm just gonna take it off. No Track IR for today's stream. That sucks, but it is what it is. I'm not restarting the sim. I really wish Microsoft would do something to like fix that. Alright, so flight control is checked. Free and correct. Let's do our takeoff trim, which is down here on the bottom left of our screen. I'm gonna put it towards the bottom of the green arc. We're really light today. Alright, that's good. Flaps set for takeoff. Alright. Chocks off, please. They're already off. Beautiful. Alright, brakes release. Let's get out of here. Get taxi lights on.
Clearance on request, stand by.
Everything else looks good. Alright, let's get it, chat. Let's get it, boys. Man, I wish. I'm already missing my track IR. It's all good. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. We will make it work. Alright, let's go pull out a hangar and we'll ask for taxi when we get over there.
Mission Jet Romeo Echo 767 Hotel. Request clearance IFR to Orlando with information go.
Folks, welcome on our trip to Tampa. The estimated flight time is approximately 40 minutes. Please pay close attention to the upcoming safety demonstration, as it contains important information, even for frequent flyers. To fasten your seatbelt,
alright, let's get our taxi clearance.
Until you hear a click.
Clearance.
To tighten, pull the strap. To release.
Alright, ground's a 121.9er.
Remember, your seatbelt must be fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated. Please ensure your seatbacks and tray tables.
Yes, James, this is Say
position.
Intentions.
Mobile phones and electronic devices must be set to
And yes, we are using JetCard right now.
laptops and larger devices should
Palm Beach ground, November 116 Bravo is ready to taxi with Mike from the west ramp.
drop automatically when
Clearance on
required.
request, you're number 1.
Pull the mask firmly, place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally. Be sure to secure your own mask before assisting others. Life vests are located under your seat. To put it on, pull it over your head, fasten it, and inflate it only after leaving the aircraft. Special life vests for children are available.
Alright, cross runway 10 right, then continue taxi via Lima 2, Lima 1 to runway 10 left. Phenom 116 Bravo.
Be behind you.
Phenom 16 Bravo,
In case of
cross runway
evacuation,
10 right.
please leave all personal belongings behind and follow all safety instructions from me immediately. If any electronic device becomes
What's up,
hot or is catching
Tube?
fire,
Tube Loops says
please
engine
inform me
2
right away.
spooled
The safety
up
information
more
card in your seat
to help
pocket
engine 1
contains all
start.
details. Thank you
Then
for
it's
your
spooled
attention.
back down to normal levels. That's why it sounded like it was shutting down. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I should, yeah, that makes sense. Because again, we weren't using battery. There is no APU in the Phenom. Alright, I'm gonna get the lights, strobe lights on for crossing the runway.
0, right.
But yeah, it makes sense. We didn't use an APU or anything like that, so it basically does like a cross bleed start, right? Man, it feels so weird not using track IR, guys. It's like, and I'm used to like looking around as I'm taxiing, and I can't. So it's okay. I'm gonna live with it. It's okay. You don't need head tracking to play flight sim. It's nice. It's very, very nice, but you don't need it.
Runway 10, right.
How's it sound? Well, I'll shut up during our takeoff, and you can hear them. Alright, over to tower, 119.1. And then departure is supposed to be on 123625. 123. Oops. There we go. That's ready to go. Alright. Palm Beach Tower, November 116 Bravo, holding short, runway 10 left, ready for departure.
November 116 Bravo, Palm Beach Tower, runway 10 left, winds 090 at 12. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Runway heading, clear for takeoff, runway 10 left, November 116 Bravo. Alright, let's get it. I'm gonna zoom this screen out really quickly. Like so. It's fairly quiet on the inside, honestly. Oh, we got skid marks.
Approaching runway 10 left.
Alright, check left. Clear. Alright. Here we go. I'm going to sync my heading. There we go. We're also going to go over here and get flight level changed, armed, VNAV armed, and heading mode all armed. We are now ready for departure. We're going to push our throttles all the way up to the Toga detent. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? Takeoff config check.
Takeoff okay.
Alright, beautiful. Alright, now. Toga. Toga's in the chats. Race release. Let's get it, guys. Phenom 300 in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. We are rolling. Airspeed is alive. Keeping it centered here on the center line as we pass 100 knots. Here's V1, and she's already flying all on her own, pushing the yoke forward to keep her from flying like crazy. Positive rate though. Gear is coming up as we pass 500 feet. We'll trim her out, trim it out, trim it out, trim it out, trim it out. Nose down, trim flaps coming up. We are kicking up speed very quickly. Pitching for 15 degrees. There's high speed. It's okay. It's going to go away because our flaps are now up. We are cleared to 6,000 feet.
Contact Palm Beach. Departure on 123.625.
Autopilot on. Switching to departure. Oh, over to departure. Phenom 116 Bravo. Alright, so I put autopilot on because things happen very fast. Switch over to departure. Departure of Phenom 116 Bravo, climbing past 4,000 for 6,000.
November 116 Bravo, Palm Beach departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 6,000, turn left heading 060, vectors to Smuggler, then on course.
Left heading 060, vectors to Smuggler, then on course, Phenom 116 Bravo. Alright, so he didn't give us anything past 6,000 feet, unfortunately.
Bravo at 1,500.
Kite 25 Bravo,
Let's go
Palm
nav
Beach
mode
departure,
here.
radar contact. 5 Bravo, contact Miami Center on 133.85.
12, zoom in my map. Alright, there's Smuggler right there. Let's go direct Smuggler. So we can go here, flight plan, click on Smuggler, go, I can't go, okay, yeah, direct, and we're already in nav mode. There it is.
Flight level 240.
Alright, climb maintain flight level 240, November 1, so Bravo. Alright, up to 240. One thing I don't like about this plane is how long it takes to scroll your altitudes. I don't like that at all. Alright, flight level change mode again. It's going to help us climb out here. We're going to push some throttle in up to the continuous climb detent now, right below Toga. And it's going to climb out at 225 knots here. It's going to pitch for 225 knots. I'm going to set my altitude to much higher here. I know saying intentions usually will kind of progressively climb you up, so I'm just going to put my final cruise altitude and save myself some time here. Which I think is 45. How high are we going, actually? 38. Okay, not going that high. Short flight, so just 38,000 feet. Alright, here comes 380. There it is. Alright, sweet. Alright, we're all good to go. There's 10,000 feet. Lights coming off. I'm telling you, things happen fast. And it's because the plane is so fast.
Dear guests, the use of approved electronic devices is now permitted in flight mode. Cabin service will begin shortly. Thank you for your patience.
Course Delta 5959.
Man, look at that.
5959.
Gorgeous departure out of Florida. I've been flying out of Palm Beach a lot lately, since my JetCard virtual airline, I guess you could say, is based out of there. Aircraft is following the flight plan, which is nice, exactly what we wanted to do. There is the east coast of Florida. There's our airport right there.
Fort Lauderdale clearance. Bahamas 161 with
I'm not sure where Fort Lauderdale is. I think it might be more farther south, maybe?
Yankee Echo
Or is it on the other side?
Ready to copy. Phenom 16 Bravo, climb and maintain flight level 340.
Alright, climb and maintain flight level 340, citation 16 Bravo. Yes, JetCard is a paid application. Alright, so 18,000 feet, there it is. Standard, 1 time, 2 times, and 3 times. There we go. By the way, there is no auto throttle in this plane, so these detents work really well. Where you really have to worry about it is when you level off at like 6,000, 10,000, like any of the lower altitudes. If you have to level off there, it's gonna be way too fast to maintain it. Everything can't be free, Cooper. Everything can't be free. I think JetCard is well worth what they're asking for. And we're lucky it's not a subscription, to be honest. We are lucky. Beautiful. What do you think, Data? I know you're a big fan of Phenoms. Fort Lauderdale is way south. Okay, gotcha. Good morning, Uniform Goose. Welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're doing well from the UK. It's early for you right now. JetCard is $19.99. Yeah, that's really cheap. One time payment of $19.99.
For that clearance.
Clear direct, Victor Kilo Zulu, runway 10 left, and climb initially to 090, 9,000 feet.
There will be a JetCard Live, which will be added subscription for the Live AI, but it's not a required add-on. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I'm loving the Phenom too, man. I'm loving it. It's been a lot of fun to fly. It handles really well in the air and on the ground. I think the sounds are good. Visuals are great. Has a lot of extra little features that we didn't really dive into yet But there's a lot more to this plane than what you're seeing right now, I would say.
Information disregard.
Does my business have a Challenger 600? Yes. I just bought a Challenger like last week, I think, True Blue. 650. I think it's currently in the UK. I think somebody flew out. Let me check. I think somebody flew out to the UK on a long haul.
Palm Beach approach. This is November 7460 Bravo.
No, actually, somebody flew it back. So it's actually in Chattanooga, which I think is.
Skyhawk 3 Alpha Zulu,
What's that?
altitude.
Alabama? I don't know where that is.
Bravo at 2,500.
Where's Chattanooga?
Phenom 16 Bravo, contact Miami Center on 133.55.
No, it's in Tennessee. Tennessee. So actually, yeah, we have a Challenger. We have a Challenger 650 with our executive airline on JetCard, and it is now in Tennessee. So nice. So all of our aircraft are in the U.S. except for our CJ4, which is currently in Edmonton. Again, our home base is Palm Beach, but there's no requirement to fly there or fly out of there at all. It's just kind of where I base all the aircraft at. But we have 3 Phenoms that I bought like yesterday. And we have, how many pilots do we have in our airline? I was actually really surprised how many people signed up. We have 18 pilots. Yep, and 12 planes. So,
I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
pretty cool. Pretty cool. If you're watching, shout out to everybody who's joined us on JetCard. I appreciate it. We just bought a 737 BBJ, which hopefully you guys will fly because it's very expensive. It's very expensive, so I hope you guys will be flying it and make some money for the airline. Are the other people talking to the air traffic controllers, or are they AI? It's a mix. It's a mix. Let's make sure we're doing okay here. Yeah, we're good, I think. 31,000 feet and climbing as we go over O Lake. Let's go to the outside view here. Oh, that's a big old lake. God, dog. It looks so small on the map, but it's huge. It's huge. Wow. One of these days, I'm gonna fly to Cancun. Not sure when. But it's a mix. The AI, all the controllers are AI. Some of the readbacks are real people or recordings of real people. You call the Phenom the dolphin of the sky. Your little name for them. Why? Why do you call it a dolphin? You think it looks like a dolphin? I guess it kind of looks like a dolphin. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, I could see that. I could see. It does. It does. It looks very Embraer. It looks very Brazilian. It looks very Brazilian. Mitch Charles Virtual Flight says I installed it, but I'm at work. Oh man, can't wait to get back home to fly it. Well, hopefully you enjoy it, man. Y'all make me want it now. Would fly the Challenger 60 all the time. Also the 737 BBJ. There's a mod in X-Plane 12. Oh, nice. I saw somebody on the FS Reborn Discord requesting that FS Reborn make a PC-24, and I honestly agree. I
Dear
agree.
guests, I hope you're enjoying the flight.
All right, there's 38,000 feet.
Snack and beverage service. Today we have some delightful options, including our
So we're gonna put our throttle into max
After the
cruise.
service, I will also have some selected items.
Now we're
available from our
probably,
shop.
since we're not anywhere near our service ceiling, we're probably still gonna have to pull the throttle back potentially. We'll see how fast we end up going. This jet can cruise at Mach 0.8, so oh, she's fast, very fast. So let's keep an eye out before we get busy. It's a very short flight. Let's keep an eye out for our top of descent. There is a VNAV in the aircraft, even though there is no auto throttle. We'll just have to manage the throttle ourselves. But we will get a top of descent marker here as long as everything is set up correctly. So let me double check our Garmin here just to make sure we're good for our descent. So our arrival out of JMAC, we'll continue down to 4,000 feet at the bottom of that, and then we'll vector ourselves to Bucks. So I think we're good. So since we're at 38,000 feet, what we can do is we can set our altitude right now to 4,000 feet. Yeah, you guys were talking about, like, in I think it's a Citation or some of the other planes, there's a click spot where you can swap between thousands and hundreds, but I don't know if this plane has that. If it does, if you guys find it, please let me know, because that would definitely make scrolling up and down the altitudes a lot more faster and a lot more enjoyable. But right now I'm just gonna wait and turn it down to 4,000 feet, which will be our bottom altitude of our arrival. And then once we reach our top of descent, the aircraft will descend on its own, whether I am paying attention or not, basically. The main thing we have to pay attention to is our speed. So I don't want to completely miss our top of descent, because we'll be overspeeding pretty badly if we do that. Let's take a look, though. We can't look at our cabin comfort. I know we don't have any passengers. We can look at ourselves. You can see here our AC is off, and that's because of that failure that we had, that damage. Our AC is basically broken in the plane. It's not too hot in here, which is nice. We got the bleed air on. We got the fan on high, so it's still blowing air into the aircraft. In all honesty, you don't really need the AC in some cases, because we can get that bleed air coming from the outside of the aircraft, pushing into the plane, giving us nice cool air in most cases. Wait, is that the other side of Florida already? Holy crap. Yeah, so our top of descent is right here in 25 miles. I think it's right at JMAC.
Descend via Bluff Bridge 3 to 4,000 JMAC transition for the ILS runway 19er left approach into Tampa. Altimeter 3016. Alright,
we'll descend via the Bullfrog 3 down to 4,000 JMAC transition for the ILS 19er left approach into Tampa. Altimeter 3016. Phenom 116 Bravo. Alright, so we have a change there. They changed it to runway 19er left. Let's make that adjustment right now. Procedure. Oh, actually, that's what I asked for. Yeah. All right. Cool. Never mind. I thought we were doing a different approach. So we're good on that. All right. Cool. Cool.
Bravo at 2,500.
All right. We're good to go then. We are good to go for our short cruise, for our short hop over to Tampa, where we will pick up some passengers and continue to Myrtle Beach, which I think is in South Carolina. I've not tried the FBO yet. That's one thing I've not tried yet. And the reason I haven't tried it is because I don't know where to put it. You know what I mean? Like, I know you can manually put the FBO. Okay, first of all, for those who don't know in chat, this plane comes with its own FBO, like custom FBO manager. Like, you can basically customize and place an actual 3D building FBO. With full interior anywhere you want. I just don't know where to put it. Maybe we'll at the end of the stream try it.
Bravo, contact Miami Center on 133.
Maybe we'll try at the end of the stream. You need FS Reborn to make a larger jet. You know, I would like that too, John Wayne Aviation. I would like that too.
Caribbean 95 requesting
your great uncle owned and ran a fish house in this front yard in Lake Okeechobee. Oh, nice. Cooper says would buy it, but just got something that was pretty penny, so gonna wait a bit. Thanks for the info. Yeah, man, take your time. On the Citation, it's pressing the altitude knob itself, but I don't know if it works on the Phenom. I don't know either. Gotta get a stream deck for the autopilot stuff. Makes life so much easier. Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're probably right, Gramps. I have a stream deck. I just don't use it for the plane. You know what I mean? Like, I use it for OBS and for streaming stuff. I don't use it for I don't use it for actual like in-game things. I probably should. I think the stream deck is much more powerful than I am giving it credit for. All right, so we're reaching up our top of descent already. Again, very, very short flight. There it is right there. We've already set our bottom altitude. There is our vertical track. You'll hear her say vertical track in a second. We're already descending, actually. And pull my power back.
Folks, we've started our approach to Tampa. Please return to your seats, stow your tables, fasten your seatbelts, and refrain from using the
down on 3000, November 1.
Thank you.
Okay, she didn't say vertical track. I've heard her say it before. I'm not sure what the condition is needed to say vertical track, but I often hear her say that when we reach the top of the descent. But looking good.
Bravo, contact Miami Center on 126.525.
Over to Miami Center at 26525. Once it's Bravo. What's the name of our arrival again? The Bullfrog. Miami Center, Phenom 116 Bravo, descending via the Bullfrog 3.
November 116 Bravo, Miami Center, good evening.
Legacy would be a good one for FS Reborn. Yeah, you know, that would be nice. Jason Mills, can you fly anywhere in the world in this game? Yes, you can. You can fly anywhere, like literally anywhere in the world. And you can land anywhere if you want. But yeah, so as far as like what's next for FS Reborn, I don't actually know. I don't have information on what they're working. Actually, I know they're working on the Meridian, new version of the Meridian 500 or 600. I know he's working on that. That's been announced, but I'm hoping to see more stuff like this. Like I don't know how he feels about developing business jets, but like I feel like he did such a good job developing this plane that I would love for him to carve out his own lane in business jet aviation, like do a PC-24 or a Legacy 650 or some other maybe larger business jets if you want to, you know, go crazy. Or he could also stick with the like mid-size to light jets. Not too light though. Like I wouldn't do anything smaller than the Phenom. That's for sure, because I think people I think the people who want business jets in flight sim want the longer range, larger business jets at this point. We have a lot of smaller ones that are kind of like okay, but we definitely need some like really good fidelity, longer range, bigger size business jets. So I would like to see into that. We do have a bunch of larger ones coming from other people, and I know it's probably going to be years until we see like another business jet from FS Reborn. I don't know that, but based on how long it took him to develop this one, maybe quite a while until we see another jet from FS Reborn, unless maybe he can take what he learned here and do it faster next time. I don't know. It says it's easy to set up the Steam Deck, especially for the altitude stuff. Just press a button and hold. So much faster heading a course. Yeah, I usually like to have an actual like flight control for that. So I do have a heading knob on my throttle and an altitude knob. I don't know why I didn't think to use it. It's still going by hundreds, so it still might take a little bit of time, but I do have a heading bound to something and altitude. PC-24 would be dope because Asobo has one, which was technically made by Coronado, and I've gotten a lot of use out of it. I've flown a decent amount of hours out of the most recent PC-24. It's not perfect. It's nowhere near perfect. But I would love to see a high fidelity version of that. That'd be pretty sweet. That's my personal request, is a PC-24. It's basically the same size jet. It might have a little bit more range. It's slower though. I think it's slower. Yeah, I like I actually do. People dog the default PC-24, but I've flown the heck out of it, man. It's a gorgeous plane. It's a gorgeous plane. The sounds are kind of messed up, but it's a gorgeous plane. Gulfstream would be great. I don't know when or if we'll see that, but a Gulfstream would be great. Why don't I like military aircraft in Microsoft Flight Sim? Because DCS has ruined all military aircraft for me in any other game. DCS World is the prime place for flying military aircraft, and for that reason it makes it hard for me to enjoy flying military in Microsoft Flight Sim.
We're loaded up there in Bahamas 161 with information.
I agree, Daily Driver. He says Gulfstream needs to stop their nonsense so someone can come out with a G series aircraft. Yeah, I don't get it, man. Like, come on, Gulfstream. Like, you're not that special. you're not that special, man. And for those who don't know, the reason that we don't have a good Gulfstream in any flight simulator, not just Microsoft Flight Sim, but X-Plane either, is because Gulfstream themselves will not license anyone to do a Gulfstream aircraft for Flight Sim. Also, from what I've heard, I don't know this for a fact. If you're a developer or heard some other news, you can tell me that. But from what I hear, Gulfstream is blocking people from even making copies of anything that looks like a Gulfstream.
Stand by. You're number 1.
Yeah, so for whatever reason, Gulfstream does not want anybody making an aircraft in a flight sim of their plane. I guess they think it's too special. It's too, you know, like they're worried about their secrets getting out. And it's like, whatever, man. We've seen videos online. Like, you ain't got no secrets that anybody else already know. Like, the people you're like, we're not who you're supposed to be worried about. This is my thought. If you're in charge of a aviation company, flight sim and flight simmers are only a benefit to you. If you have, let me tell you a personal story. Let me think. Let me think.
Departure will be on 118.1.
I'm trying to think of an example. Let me think of an example. Let's just use a Comanche, for example. Alright, so the Piper Comanche is a plane that I have never, ever in my life had on my radar of a plane I was interested in. Ever. Like, I knew Cessna 172s, I knew Piper Arrows, Piper Cherokees, and so on, but the Piper Comanche in particular was never an aircraft that I had ever thought twice about. Well, guess what? We got an amazing high-fidelity version in Microsoft Flight Sim, and now I'm in love with that plane in the sim, and I actually like it in real life. Like, if I had the money to buy a plane, I would not be against buying a Comanche, because I now know that much more about it.
Contact Jacksonville Center on 134.85.
Now, most of us are not going to buy planes in our lifetime, but for the few who do, thank you, Flight Sim. I don't know. That's one example. Like, as a business jet as well, it's like we get to try these jets in the sim, and you could see us as future customers potentially. Yeah, they send cease and desist letters to any dev who wants to make a Gulfstream in Flight Sim. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Alright, check Flight Sim screenshots. Let me take a look. Do I have Discord open? I do not have Discord open. Let me use my phone. I don't want more tabs open on my screen. Oh, Disabled Aviator says that if you start the engines with the ECS on, it fries the ECS and breaks the air conditioning. So I broke the AC. Okay. That's very good to know. Very good. Thank you, Disabled Aviator, for that help. Let's see what the screenshots talk about here. That Cooper, were you the one who wanted me to look at the screenshots? Yeah, I've seen the Gulfstream. Is that a Gulfstream? Yeah, it's a Gulfstream. I've seen the Gulfstream in X-Plane. I'm not impressed at all. At all. It's the best one, I would say. I will say, Cooper, it is probably the best Gulfstream we have in flight sim, but it's still just not quite to the standard that I want in a plane in the flight sim. I'm sad to say. I could be wrong because I don't fly it, but it's just I've seen screenshots of it and I'm like, it looks like a freeware. They actually have modeled it fairly well, given Gulfstream blocks everyone. That's good to hear, though. I'm glad somebody's doing it. Night Slayer, welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, man. They put electric truck in ATS. Yeah, I saw they put an electric truck in ATS. I was like, no, I would never drive an electric truck in American Truck Sim. Absolutely not. It gives me the ick just thinking about driving an electric semi truck. Ew. Like everything I love about trucks is the complete opposite of electric. So the textures are nothing to write home about, but it's good and the only, yeah. I think the thing with me is like I'm not here's the thing, don't take this wrong. I'm not calling you desperate in any way. I'm just saying that I'm personally not desperate enough to fly a what I would call subpar Gulfstream in flight sim. You get what I'm saying? Like, we have way too many genuinely great options for business jets now to settle for something that I think is not up to par with what I want to fly. You know what I mean? Especially an X-plane. Like, if I'm gonna fly an X-plane, I'm gonna fly the Challenger 650 from Hot Start. Easy. All right, let's take a look at the weather, guys, and get prepared for landing. So go to perf. We'll go over to landing data. And we'll go to the weather. We'll load the METAR. So it's going to show 3016. Let's go ahead and put that in here. 3016. So I guess you cannot have the ECS on before start. Or maybe you have to turn it off before start. Maybe like even if you have it on with the GPU running, you have to turn it off before start. Maybe I'll have to start doing it that way. I did not see that in the checklist. So that's why I was kind of thrown it off.
4031 radar contact.
3016 and standard. And over here we'll also do 3016. Alright, again, VNAV is
Bravo, contact Tampa approach on 124.905.
124.905. 16 Bravo. 24905. Approach November 116 Bravo, descending past 1,200 via the what was the arrival? Bullfrog 3.
November 116 Bravo, Tampa approach. Good evening, Tampa, altimeter 3016.
Oh, he just told me the altimeter. That's helpful. I was looking for it. Alright, altimeter 27, 3016 is set. That's all good. Runway 19 left. There is the distance. Landing config, flaps 3. I wonder if that's normal. It always does 3. There is another notch. There's 4 notches, but I always get notch 3, so I guess it's fine. Landing data, so 101, 101, 101, and 126. Right, VREF is 101. That's good. Headwind 2 knots. Left crosswind at 6 knots, so we could be expecting that. All right, looks good to go. Let's go half on this screen. We'll throw in our checklist because why not? Why not? Checklist. We'll go down to our descent checklist. Windshield heat on. Do I have to? All right, let's get our speed back down to 250. Sounds are low because I turned them down. There we go. And lights on. Airfield should be off our left right now. Yep, there it is. There's Tampa. And I believe we're landing on 19. Ooh. Man, I wish we... That's
Folks,
fine.
We are now starting our final approach into Tampa. Please turn off your electronic devices and stow them until we arrive at the gate. Ensure your seats are in the full upright position and your seat belts are fastened. The weather in Tampa is pleasant, with a temperature of 26 degrees Celsius. Our assigned parking is Park Stand 159. Thank you for your cooperation.
Eled Dragon, welcome to the... You hate the Garmin? Why? Why do you hate Garmin? Flat full is used mostly if you're landing on short runways 3 is used mostly for normal landings. Thank you for that information. This is why I love talking to you guys. You guys teach me so much stuff about these planes. I appreciate it, man. JetKid says, I'm a fiend. What's up, bro? Fiend. You can't wait till I can afford an A340 VIP. That's gonna be a while from now. But yeah, I'm gonna keep that in mind, bro, for the airline. What's up, Texas? The Phenom is treating us pretty good. We'll see how it treats us on this landing coming up. I just set my heading to, I just synced my heading because we have a manual right here coming up. And let's see, where we need to be at Bucks. At Bucks, we need to be at 3,000. So what I would like to do is not go all the way like forward, but get to 3,000 pretty quickly so we can turn. So I think I'm gonna do that. Let's go 3,000 feet here on the altitude. Again, sync the heading on. We'll go we'll do vertical speed. Descend a bit quicker with the power back. Look for 210 knots. We'll do manual speed.
Vertical track.
And then as soon as we get to about 3,000, we'll make a left turn. For the ILS runway 19 on the left. The FBO, I think we're parking at Signature, so the FBO is going to be, I think, down the runway to the left, so we can use the whole runway. That'll take us right into the FBO. ZDC is in what part of the US? I do not know, sorry. Am I using the Airbus throttle or Boeing? I'm using Mosa's, like, modular throttle, so it's neither. Well, technically it's Boeing.
Phenom 16 Bravo, turn left heading 001, descend and maintain 2,000.
Left 001, down to 2,000, the Phenom 16 Bravo. That's like what we're doing already, basically. And down all the way down to 2,000. I'm actually going to do my own thing here and vector myself to the left, so let's go left here. We'll take our base and head towards Bucks. There's 4,000 feet. Alright, landing checklist, or descent checklist. Windshield heat, we'll leave off for now. Pressurization checked, landing speeds have been set. Passenger seatbelt signs on. Descent checklist complete. Landing checklist, external lights are on. Passengers, no passengers. Cross-feed valve or knob is off. Altimeters are set 3 times. Cross-checked. Windshield heat 1 2 as required, not needed. Landing checklist complete. Let's get some speed up. Turn left here. What did he say? Left heading 210. Left heading 210. Clear the ILS. 19 left. Approach Phenom 116 Bravo. Yeah, I'm using the Mosa yoke, and my throttle is the Mosa throttle. The Mosa throttle has a Boeing like throttle handle you can install. It also has an Airbus throttle handle you can install that comes with detents. So I'm using the Boeing one that does not have any detents. So hopefully that answers your question. If you look on the Mosa website, I think it might have a link in the description, but I think it's called the MTQ, I think it was called throttle. Something like that. It's a little bumpy.
Airbus 5 Papa Victor Heavy, climb and maintain flight level 270.
If you guys are just joining us, we are about to land in Tampa and pick up some passengers here. We have one more leg after this landing. We're heading to Myrtle Beach. This is a short ferry flight. Kind of a nice little warm-up. Yeah, the glass cockpit is pretty nice. Very nice. Good arm approach mode. In fact, we can actually activate approach mode. Let's go to flight plan. Approach. Activate approach.
Vertical track.
And approach mode armed. Alright, so once we meet that, we should get that. Matter of fact, we can hit nav now if we want. And we are slow enough for flaps 1, but we're a little far out though. We're about, what's that, 15 miles? Hit approach mode again. I'm not sure if I caught it. There we go. Alright, let's see if I can successfully capture the ILS here. Alright, flaps 1. Yep, there it is. Glide slope captured, localizer captured. We are fully established on the ILS, runway 19 left. Approach. Over the tower, 19.5. Tampa Tower, Phenom 116 Bravo on the ILS, 19 left. Alright, speed brakes.
Bravo, Tampa Tower, roger, continue approach. Phenom 16 Bravo, runway 19 left, winds 1106, gusting 15, clear to land.
19 left, clear to land. Phenom 16 Bravo. Alright, sorry, ATC is a little low. Let me turn it up. Alright, we're a little fast. Got the speed brakes, should help us, hopefully. We're about 7 out. Comes the gear. Oh, that's dope. I didn't know I did that. That was pretty cool. So it actually has a landing gear camera. So when I hit the gear, it automatically switched to the landing gear camera. That's pretty sweet. All right, gears down. I'm at flaps 2 right now, trying to get slowed down. We are on the ILS. She is a little slippery. Final landing gear check, or landing checklist. I don't know how to turn off the yaw damper. Oh yeah, dude. But I gotta actually turn autopilot off to do that, I think. Other than that, we're good to go there on that. Alright, let's fly by hand back on the way in. It's just us, so no passengers to get mad at us. VREF is 101. We'll add 6 to that or so. Alright. Autopilot off.
Autopilot.
Yaw damper off. My controls. It's a little gusty, but nothing crazy. Expecting a crosswind, I think, from the left. About 6 knot crosswind.
Approaching runway 19 left.
I really enjoy how the plane flies. It doesn't feel like a feather, like a paper airplane, even though it's a fairly small aircraft. Alright, flaps 3. We are a little low.
Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope.
Because we're low.
500. Glide slope.
Below the glide slope.
Glide slope.
Is that a tower I see right there?
Glide slope. Glide slope.
Again, we're going to use all the runway. There are no reversers on this aircraft, so once we touch down, you want to immediately start easing onto the brakes. Again, coming in a bit shallow. That wind is pushing us from right to left, looks like.
200. Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope.
Flies really smooth. Nose is already right on the horizon 100. At the moment.
Flight director.
Oh, with the butter. Minus 5.2 on them. Here comes the nose gear. Nice, there's 80 knots. Again, we'll let it roll out. That's signature right at our 11 o'clock. So. I think that's my best landing so far in this thing. Alright, this is a runway we're crossing now. After that, we'll exit on Sierra. This is Sierra. Sweet. Alright guys, we will skip the landing replay since we have a second leg. And passengers to pick up. We'll get under the cover. I think it's on the shelter here, isn't it?
Phenom 16 Bravo, exit at November Fable, contact ground on 121.7.
Over to ground. Phenom 16 Bravo.
Approaching runway 1.
Folks, welcome to Tampa. Did you know
Tampa ground, Phenom 16 Bravo. Clear 19 left on Sierra.
for flying with us today? Please remain seated until we reach our final parking position. On behalf of your flight crew, thank you for flying with us. The local time is 6:38 p.m.
Tampa ground, taxi to Park Stand 159er via Sierra, Sierra 2, hold short of runway 28. Good day.
Go to parking via Sierra, Sierra 2, Phenom 16 Bravo. Alright, we'll stay on Sierra until we get to Romeo, actually, and we'll wrap around. That was fun. Now we gotta hurry over, pick up our passengers, and get right back out of here. We'll see if we can fix that that AC problem too for them. While they're we'll get a mechanic out here for us to fix the AC. And we'll turn right here. Look at that, it's a Falcon. Not sure which Falcon. Is that a 7X?
Phenom 16 Bravo, cross runway 28, then continue taxi via November 3, November Tango.
Might be a 50, I don't know. I don't know the difference. Alright, taxi lights off. And front row service for our passengers today. There's usually like a line down here, but I don't see a line. We'll park right here. I think that should be good. Alright, brake set. Lights are already off. Parking brake is good. Alright, shut them down. Let's request ground power while we wait here. Some cones, get some chocks. We'll get the red carpet out this time, and we'll go open the door ourselves. Other than that, I think we are good. We should be able to get the GPU's not connected yet. Oh, connect. There we go. Alright, that way we don't burn the battery up. I guess we gotta turn the ECS off. I don't know. We'll leave it off for maintenance for now. But let's go ahead to the back and get the door open, get some passengers on this plane for our next leg, and get out of here and head over to Myrtle Beach before it gets dark. Before it gets dark, our passengers have dinner plans. That was fun. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the plane? For those of you who have been flying it or been watching it, what do you think so far? And flying with JetCard is so dope. So dope. Drag card. Unfortunately, the camera don't work with Chase Plane. I am just using Chase Plane. It worked for me. It worked for me. I always love flying into Tampa. I love their I love the shelter area over here. All the aircraft parked on the gates. Not the gates, are on the ramp. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get set up for the next flight. The passengers should already be here at the FBO. We'll get the cargo door open. Let's go do that ourselves. We Get the doors open for the cargo. For their bags. There is a light back there too. I kind of want to try the manual fueling. Should we try the manual fueling, guys? I think we should try it. I think we should try it. I'm gonna turn it on. I've not done it yet. All right, let's see. So to do that, let's go. I think it's under settings. GPU operation. What does that mean? Engine startup. Landing gear. Oh, this is the action cameras. Huh. We can try the engine startup one. We can try that. And what I want to do, I want to do manual fueling. Where was that option? Where was that? I think it might be under ground ops. Heater covers. Where was that option at? I already forgot. I know it's right in my face. Fuel units, tire PSI, ground operations, preview. Oh yeah, right here you can also change what vehicle the passengers use to show up in, like a limo, SUV, and so on. You can also set it to, I think, auto, so it'll just do whatever they choose to do. Send flight plan, Navigraph charts. Bro, I know I saw it on here. Where is it? Am I tripping? You guys see it? Oh, the realism tab. Thank you. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that. I have random failures turned off, but I do have the ability to get, you know, I have the ability to make failures myself. I just don't do good things. Allow payload changes during flight. No, so fuel aircraft manually. So if enabled, the fuel truck will wait for you to operate the fuel panel. Okay. Got it. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and get the next flight going. I need to go ahead and file my flight plan for the next leg, which I have not done yet. Actually, matter of fact, we need to go to JetCard and make sure our flight is set to complete. So we won't make any money on that flight. That's okay. All right, next leg from Tampa to Myrtle Beach. Looks like it's already been dispatched. Yep, it has. So I'm gonna send it to sim brief really quickly. Wait outside. Look at that tiny little red carpet. Why is it so? Oh, it's like you can. Oh, okay, I thought it was like an actual like full-on red carpet, but it's just a red pad. I thought it'd be longer. I thought it would. All right. So let's see. There is a profile for the Phenom. I don't know where you download that. I assume it's probably on their Discord, but I have it. All right, so just generating my flight plan over here on my other screen with SimBrief. Now, this is gonna be my first time doing an actual full-on turnaround. I've never done a turnaround without reloading the plane or the sim. So, I mean, I guess everything should be fine. I don't know what could go wrong. I guess everything could go wrong, right? All right, flight plan has been created. So looks like hour 24 airtime. Cruising 45,000 feet. 5 passengers will be expecting today. 275 pounds of bags. Runway 19 right for departure. Runway 18 for arrival in Myrtle Beach. So that's good. Go ahead and get my charts ready. We'll make sure we pre-file on say intentions. I'm actually gonna make a new flight on say intentions. There we go. All right, sweet. Sweet. By the way, since we're using JetCard, every flight has a story. Today is apparently a fishing trip. 5 passengers on board. Our client is Curtis Windsor. Curtis Windsor is a private traveler heading to Myrtle Beach for a hunting and fishing trip with 4 companions. Ground handling has arranged a luxury SUV planeside to transport the group directly to their remote lodge destination. The receiving team at the independent FBO is coordinating all arrival logistics and gear transfer. This is a straightforward leisure charter to what sounds like an exclusive outdoor destination while the group can focus on their sporting activities. So it must be some big-time hunter, big-time fisher we're taking out today. So cool. That is the story. Let's continue. So that's ready to go. That's ready to go. All we gotta do now is hop back into the aircraft and import our new sim brief flight plan. There we go. That is now set. And we'll do a ground ops, and you can see that's now been updated. So we'll kind of put our new numbers in here. So put me at 175 too. That's fine. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fuel, and we'll do load. Oh, wait, unload. I want to load. I want to load. I don't want to unload. So unload instant. Okay, there we go. Now load real time. We didn't unload. So all right. So now we're loading it. This might take, I don't know, 10 minutes or something like that. But fuel trucks to me is on its way out, which we have to fuel ourselves as an owner operator. And then the passengers are waiting at the terminal, and they'll be here shortly as well.
Southwest 1679.
While that's happening, let's get everything in the aircraft ready to go. So we'll start with the GTC. I don't think I have to redo this because we've already done this, right? So let's go to flight plan. Actually, go to sim brief. There's a new flight plan right there. Request that. Import that. And now that's good to go. Just gonna double check that I'm happy with that. Baypo departure. No arrival. It's gonna be runway 18 in Myrtle Beach. And we'll try for, well, I guess we do the ILS again. ILS 18 in Myrtle Beach. All right, cool. So we'll go ahead and hear the procedure. We'll put that in here under approach. ILS 18 via PD and load. And okay. That's all done. Let's go back to, is there an init page? Can I not see the init page anymore? Since we technically already did that the first flight? I guess not. I guess not. So we'll have to do some of this stuff manually. There's weight and balance. Yeah. Takeoff data and so on. Alright, is the fueler here yet? He's arriving. And we should actually see him show up. Let's go check it out. Oh, there he is. There he is. Speaking of fuelers, I saw a post today that GSX is coming up with a major update. I don't know if it's out already or not, but it's a pretty big update. Open fuel door. Okay, yeah, so it wants me to do all this manually now.
Southwest 1679 are ready to taxi. Remove
fuel cap, okay.
Southwest 1679 are
oh, look how good that looks.
Bravo 1, Bravo, Charlie, Charlie 7.
Runway 19er left taxi.
Alright, set fuel
Golf,
quantity
Bravo
and open
1,
fuel
Bravo,
valve.
Charlie, Charlie 7, Southwest 1679er.
Let's turn ATC down since we're not in the airplane. So we need a total of 2754. And I guess we just hit increase. Do I hold it? Yeah. 2754. Okay, so pre-select is on the bottom. And then what we actually have is on the bottom, on the top. That's pretty simple.
United 1885 ready to taxi.
So 2754 will take 28.
Left taxi via Golf 2, Charlie, Charlie 7.
There it is, 28. Alright, so 28 is now set. We need to open the fuel valve, and to do that, yeah, how do I do that? Refuel. Where's the fuel valve? It's not that. Tank select. Left tank, right tank. Are they open? It is cool, right? Where's the fuel valve? Is it on, like, on the pump? The red closed open switch. So the power selection, no? Oh wait. Oh, it says refuel. I don't know why I thought in my head it said defuel. So yeah, this one. And then open. There we go. Alright, refuel is in progress. So now it's gonna go up. I wonder, do I have to stop it manually? Or will it automatically stop at 28? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Bro, we're freaking fueling a plane. This is cool. I know, right? Like, duh, the freaking button that says refuel. Well, by the way, by the time we're done with this, we might have some passengers here. We'll wait and see. I mean, technically, we're already at an FBO, so like they really should just walk out. But I think they're gonna probably send a van from like around the back or something. Oh, we're almost done. It fills up pretty quick. We weren't empty, so. Ellie Dragon says I'm a fueler in real life. Oh shoot, stop. Okay, yeah, so it does automatically stop. Nice. So you can't overfuel it. So it automatically closes. It doesn't close, but it automatically stops fueling at the pre-selected point, and then you can close it. And now he's out of here. Yeah, that's fire. I love that kind of stuff, chat. I do. I know you don't have to do that, you know, on an airplane, but I like that kind of stuff. I just do. I feel like it's immersive, and I also like that it's optional. There's an option to turn it on and off. All right, man. See you. Thanks for the fuel. Put it on my tab. I think the FB already has my card information. Are they gonna roll in on the blacked out Tahoe? I'm not sure what they're gonna roll in yet. Let me go and check on the status of our passengers. Yeah, they'll be here in 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. Our passengers will be here in 2 minutes. Let's make sure that we're ready to go when they get here. All right, so let's go back through it. Oh yeah, we were gonna fix our AC. Let's fix the AC. That's probably why my people were so upset. There's a whole passenger simulation in this. Let's perform maintenance on the VCS. All right, it's now fixed. I actually heard something. I'm not sure what that sound was, but I actually heard something. It was like a fixing sound happening in the background. It still says damaged. It just broke immediately. Like I fixed it and it broke again. What did I do? I fixed it and it broke again. What did I do? Let's see how long it lasts this time. It seems like it's okay.
November 6-1 Romeo Victor, give way to the Embraer Phenom.
Alright, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. Alright, where was I? Let's do our I guess weight and balance. Aircraft loading, so we know it's roughly 175 for everybody. 75. Yeah, was it 6 passengers today? Was it 6 or 5? 5. So 1, 2, 3. I guess that's fine. And then 275 bags. That works. All right, for fuel on board. We've already fueled us up. 2813. I think that's what we wanted. Yep, that's plenty. So back home. Or actually, I want to go to, was it perf? Yeah, perf. Takeoff data. Weather. Load METAR. Let's make sure these guys don't sneak up on us here. 30 seconds. We should see a truck actually roll up. There he is. There's a van. That's so cool, bro. I guess they came from the passenger terminal. Is our passengers, our hikers, no, sorry, not hikers, our our outdoorsmen, our hunting and fishing guys trip. Alright, winds, that's good. Runway, good. Takeoff config, that's good. Takeoff data, accept. Alright. I think it's all we need for that. Speed bugs. All good. Let's go welcome our guys here. Yeah, they're kind of unlegitly parked, but so you will not see actual people walk from the vehicle to the plane, but what you will see is their bags. So I guess we'll help load their bags. Yep. There's 2 bags anymore. Oh, there's a 3rd one. Okay, they're still unloading bags. Now, I mean, you guys know me. I can't help but just give crazy suggestions. So, like, okay, so we can fuel manually, right? That's cool. I like that. Can I load bags manually now too? Like, can I walk over here and grab these bags? You feel me? And like walk over here, remove the net. Can I move the net? Is that a thing? Oh no, I can't move the net. No, I thought I could actually. No, I can't. Oh, that'd be cool too if I could move the net. So imagine I go back here, I move the net, and I start putting bags in the back. And my next question is, will these bags actually be in the back? Yeah, look at that. There it is. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I'm probably the only person in all of flight sim that actually wants that. But, you know. Alright, all the bags are loaded, which means the passengers should be getting on too. We'll get the door shut. And just about ready to get out of here. I also noticed the GPU has no sound, so that'd be nice if that had sound. Even though it's 0 emissions. Wish it had some sound. Alright, no bags in the front. I'm not sure if you can actually put bags up there. And back inside. And you'll see now we actually do have people in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sweet. Alright, well they're ready to go. Oops, that's not what I'm doing.
American 3072 ready to taxi.
Let's get on out of here. Alright, boarding is complete. Yeah, there's no AC running right now. It's a bit, but actually the temp's not too bad. It's only 16 degrees Celsius.
Victor uniform Bravo 2 Bravo Charlie Charlie 7 American 3072.
Alright, let's get our IFR clearance to Myrtle Beach. Over to clearance. What's the information? November right now. Alright, no problem, John Wayne. I'll catch you later, man. Thanks for hanging out with us as long as you did. Alright, let's call it in. Tampa clearance. November 116 Bravo. IFR to Myrtle Beach with November.
Clearance on request. You're number 1.
Alright, seatbelt signs.
November 116 Bravo, Tampa clearance, cleared to Myrtle Beach via the Baypo 2 departure, then is filed. Climb and maintain 4000. Expect flight level 45010 minutes after departure. Departure on 118.15, squawk 3541. Expect runway 19 or right.
Alright, Clear to Myrtle Beach via the Baypo 2 departure, then is filed, climb and maintain 4000. Expect flight level 450, 10 minutes after departure. Departures on 118.15, squawk 3541, and we will expect runway 19er right for November 116 Bravo. Alright, 4000 is set there. 3541 is set there.
Contact ground on 121.7.
Over to ground 1.7, we'll switch it over. Alright, looks good. Alright, all the tests are good. We can check our fuel if we want, but that's good to go as well. Alright guys, we are ready to get out of here. Everything is done in the FMS, and our perf page is already done and all that, so let's go and get out of here without further ado. Get the door shut.
Hey folks, welcome on our trip to Myrtle Beach. I'm Emma, and I'll be looking after you today. Please take your seats and stow your hand luggage comfortably. If you need any assistance, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you for flying with us.
Sweet. Alright, door is shut. Let's go and do a welcome message.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Please ensure your seatbelts are fastened and your seats are in the upright position for departure.
They like that kind of stuff. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. What else? What else? The cool thing about private jets is that you can get your drinks before takeoff. So we'll do exactly that. Make them happy. Alright, let's see. Nav lights are on. Emergency lights are on. Or armed, I should say. Let's go ahead and I think we can get the engine started now, right? Ground ops, let's get the red carpet removed. We'll leave the chocks and GPU until we get the engine started on the right side. So clear on 2, starting 2. Hopefully we don't break that VCS. We're gonna have that ECS off this time. We'll see if that makes any difference and we don't overload the system. Alright, seems like we got a good start on engine 1. Sorry, engine 2, starting 1. Nice. So yeah, that whole like automatic camera system actually does work with chase plane, surprisingly. Yes, Jackson, I did close the plane door. Engine no data. Alright. Okay, both engines are on and seem to be stable. Interested to see like if it's going to be hot from our last flight, but it seems like it's okay. Autopilot is set to 4,000 feet. We're expecting runway 19er right. I think I put that in here. Let me see. Yep, 19er right is right there. Beautiful. Altimeter 3016 is set. Flight controls are good. Trim. Let's go ahead and reset our trim. Alright, that's set. Flaps for takeoff. They're clear to remove chocks in the GPU. Turn that off. Alright, all doors are closed. Brakes release. Taxi lights on. Takeoff config test.
Takeoff okay.
Takeoff config okay. Nice, that's what I like to hear. Alright, let's go and get out of here, guys. Still with no track IR, unfortunately, but we're making it work. Wait, chocks are still on. Hold on. There we go. What was my button for the flyby camera? Was it this? Uh-oh. There we go.
Hey folks, welcome on our trip to Myrtle Beach. The estimated flight time is about 1 hour and 25 minutes. Please pay close attention to the upcoming safety demonstration, as it contains important information even for frequent flyers. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal fitting into the buckle until you hear a click. To tighten, pull on the strap, and to release, lift the buckle.
Watch out for the fuel pumps.
Remember, your seatbelt must be fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated. Please ensure your seat backs and tray tables are in the upright position. Mobile phones and electronic devices must be set to flight mode. Laptops or larger devices should be securely stowed during takeoff and landing. Smoking and the use of e-cigarettes are prohibited anywhere on board, including the lavatories. Oxygen masks will drop automatically if required.
Alright, 19er right.
Hold the mask firmly, place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally.
That is not going to work. We're going to need one out of the left. One out of the right is really far away.
Life vests are located under your seat.
That taxi's longer than our flight. Most likely.
Inflate it only after leaving the
Yeah, we'll call them up anyways.
Special life vests.
I did not. I caught a little bit of V1 stream, but I missed most of it.
Which is clearly marked.
How'd it go?
There are 2 exits on this aircraft.
What did I miss? What did he teach us? Tampa ground Phenom 116 Bravo is ready to taxi from Shelter with November.
If any electronic device becomes hot or catches fire, please inform me right away. The safety information card contains all details.
What's up, HD? Welcome to the stream, man.
November 116 Bravo, Tampa ground, runway 19 right, taxi.
Oh, the strobe's also the beacon? Okay. Thank you. I was wondering about that. I was like, See, I'm learning some. If you guys have any other tips, please let me know. Please let me know. Like, that stuff you just don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't see a beacon switch. Like, where's my beacon? It's the strobe light. Okay. Alright, so she gave us some taxi instructions. 19 right via Romeo 2 Sierra, hold short, 1 right. Dang. They sent me the long way, bro. Yeah. Alright. We'll make it work. We will make it work. Alright guys, we are taxiing out for our second flight of the day. It is rare that I do 2 legs in a live stream on my channel, unfortunately. I do it all the time off stream, but sometimes the flights are just a little too long for me to be able to fit multiple legs. And it just felt like it made sense today, especially with the really short first ferry hop. It's like, oh, that'd be fun. I personally love doing stuff like this where I make multiple hops or even do little ferry flights from time to time. Let's kind of get this screen zoomed out or zoomed in so we can see the airport. So they want us to cross the runway. Yeah, they do. V1 stayed in toga too long after takeoff and had a hard time keeping the plane under control as a result. A couple X-Plane fans came in and said it flew like a paper plane. That is not true. I'm not a real world pilot. I don't fly this in real life, but I will tell you right now, in my own personal opinion, it does not at all feel like a paper plane. What feels like a paper plane is that PC-24 by default in Microsoft flights, and that feels like a paper plane. But not this. Not this. Your daily driver is a DA62. Yeah, you know, we all have our preferences, you know what I mean? I'm just, in real life, I'm a big fan of the Phenom. I love this plane, and the reason why this is like a daily driver for me is because if you put together one of my favorite planes in real life and make it really good in a sim, it's like hard to not fly it, you know what I mean? Like, there's some planes that I'm not a big fan of in real life, but I love them in the sim, and so I fly them because I enjoy flying them in the sim. But I'm not necessarily attached to them in real life. The Phenom, it's like a perfect storm for me, where it's like I love these in real life, and now I love it in the sim. So it's like a great plane to fly. Now, it's not the only plane I'm going to fly. I fly lots of planes. GA, airliner, heavies, helicopters, you know what I mean? So like, but when it comes to business aviation, at least for this mission, right? Like every plane has a mission. The Phenom has a particular mission. The Longitude has a longer mission, you know what I mean? So like, I'm probably not gonna do any long range stuff in the Phenom, even though you could, you know, you could fly pretty far with it. But you know what I mean? Like, for like this is like, what's cool about this plane is the way that they've simulated it. You can actually fly this plane as if it's your own personal jet, which is what you see in real life. There are some companies that own Phenoms, and they fly them, you know, of course, for their airlines, like NetJets, for example. But you also have people out there who are not a jet company, not an airline. They're just a rich person who happens to own their own jet and fly their own jet to their own meetings and stuff like that. That's the simulation that I want to do. I want to pretend, I want to role play, right, that I am a rich guy who owns my own jet, and I have to take care of my jet, right? Like you said, V1 earlier had a hard time flying because he kept it in toga for too long. Well, guess what? He just didn't know. He didn't know any better. Now he knows. And I also burnt out my AC because I didn't know any better, right? So I had to fix that. Matter of fact, speaking of AC, since the engines are on, we should be able to turn them on now. So ECS both, and we'll see if we get AC now. Is that not the AC button? Is there an actual AC button in the aircraft? I thought it was this mode auto. Maybe not, because it still says our AC is off. I probably can't check this while we're driving. No, I can't. We gotta have the engines off to check those maintenance things. Alright, let's switch our active nav to FMS. Got deltas on the over there on our right side at the gates here in where are we at? Tampa. A320s, 737s, and I think I saw an A220. Yeah, I think that's an A220 right there. I like these airports where you get to see a mix of, you know, the larger jets and smaller jets. Some of them think they can assess flight models by eyeballing it. It was pilot error, not bad flight model. Gotcha. Doc, you tried to stream? What happened? He said, hey, don't be knocking my PC-24. Hey, like I said, I love the PC-24 because I love it in real life. It's not so great in a sim, but it's flyable and it's visually beautiful to look at. And actually, I don't hate the avionics in it. Gold Blaster, he says, I have not found my business jet yet. I'm hoping for a longer range one for my love for long hauls. Oh, there's some coming. We got the Sovereign coming. We got the Falcon coming. We have another Learjet coming. We have a Global, I think, coming. No, we have a Challenger 350 coming. By, I think, Flight FX or somebody. SimCFI, what's up, bro? Thank you so much for the for being a member for 2 months. I appreciate you, my G. Hope you're doing well over there. Hope you're staying safe. Are you on the road right now, or are you at home? As long as the switch is in auto, okay. Highball, we're headed to Myrtle Beach now. We just stopped over in Tampa for about a half hour, I guess it was. Maybe a little less. Alright, switch over to tower, guys. Let's switch over to tower. One hour 5, departure's on. Departure is on. Jeez. Keep missing it. 18:15. Alright, let's do it again, guys. Flight level change. Armed. VNAV. Armed. We'll get runway heading plugged in here. Tampa Tower. November 116 Bravo. Holding short runway 19 right. Ready to go.
Phenom 16 Bravo. Contact Tampa Tower on 119.5.
I thought I was on tower. Oh, I'm not. Tampa Tower, Phenom 116 Bravo, holding short runway 19 right, ready to go.
November 116 Bravo, Tampa Tower, runway 19 right, winds 1006. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Runway heading, clear for takeoff, runway 19 right, Phenom 116 Bravo. Alright guys, let's get tokens in the chizette. MCL's airplane emojis, my boys and girls. Takeoff config is okay. Let's zoom out this Garmin screen here. And get our flight plan up. And it's going to be, we're heading northbound. And we'll also get a full screen here of our flight plan. There we go. Alright, checking to the right. Clear. Checking to the left. Seems clear. Beautiful day in Florida today. There's a runway. Alright, I'm gonna turn the sounds up.
Hotel Lima 6178, hold short.
Heading sync. Heading armed. Send it to Toga.
10,000
Race release.
100 feet.
Rolling. Airspeed left. One. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. There's 10. Flaps up. 15 degrees.
Tampa Tower, Skipper 2 Lima Lima established on the approach. Skipper 2 Lima Lima, roger.
Oh, to departure. What's the problem? Alright. Trim. Whoa!
Hotel Lima 6178, hold short of runway 19.
What? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. This is not good. Tampa departure. Phenom 16 Bravo is at 4,000 feet. Runway heading. We just got a bird strike requesting vectors back to the runway.
Phenom 16 Bravo, turn left heading 010. Climb and maintain flight level 450. Cleared to land. Runway 19 right.
What?
Caution bird activity.
What? That was a lot of weird things he just said. Alright, left, heading 010. Runway 19 right, clear to land. Thank you, Phenom 16 Bravo.
Skipper 2 Lima Lima, contact ground on 121.70.
Alright, so he gave us the runway back, which is nice.
Switching to ground, Skipper 2 Lima Lima.
I don't know. I feel like that was the wrong ATC call. That seemed wrong. I didn't set that up, guys. I promise I did not set up for a bird strike. I did not know that was even a thing. I swear I feel like FS Reborn is watching the stream and somehow hacked my plane and activated a bird strike, because that, what are the freaking chances? I don't know. But now we gotta land the plane with like no visibility. Holy crap, that actually scared me. Oh my god.
November 133, Papa, hold
This took a turn. I guess we're not going to Myrtle Beach.
November 133 Papa.
We're going back to Tampa. Back to maintenance.
Hold short of runway 19 left.
Oh my
Holding
goodness.
short of runway 19 left, Hotel Lima 6178.
Alright, let's use autopilot to our advantage here. So we're at 4,000 feet. Heading sync, heading on. Autopilot on. That's going to kind of help with my management here. We'll do manual speed. Keep our speed around 225 as we kind of feel our way back to the airport. So this airport on our left, we took off on 9er right. Let's ask for 9er left. Hey, can we get runway 19 left for emergency landing?
Phenom 16 Bravo, runway 19 left, cleared for emergency landing. Winds 100 at 6.
Clear 19 left for emergency landing. November 16 Bravo. Alright, so you can't hear it very well, but I also just activated the emergency cabin announcement. It's really low in the ears. I can barely hear it myself. So, alright, so 19 left, we're gonna set up for that real quick. We don't really need to do a whole like approach and stuff, but you know, why not, right? So let's go here, airport. I want to switch back to Kilo Tango Papa Alpha. Hit enter. 19 left. Vectors. Load and activate. And okay. Alright, that's going to help us out a little bit. Also, well, because this is going to be our final destination now, we are going to get the replay going. So we can see how we do. Our first landing was pretty good, but how am I going to land when I can't see?
Delta 1355, runway 19
Which is
right.
actually where the ILS is going to come in handy here.
November 133, Papa, hold short of runway 10. Hold
short of 10, November
so let's get some charts.
Papa. November 58, Papa Echo, hold short of runway 19 left.
Tampa approach.
Holding short of runway 19 left.
ILS
November
19
Papa
left.
Echo.
3,000 feet, okay. We're at 4. Let's get down to 3,000 feet. Alright, ATC's been very helpful in allowing us to kind of do what we need to do, so we'll go vertical speed down to 3,000 feet. We're on a left base, or left downwind right now. Watch our speed. I can just barely kind of see in this little gap here. Is that model on the outside too? Oh my god. What are the freaking chances? I'm serious. Like, holy, I've never seen a bird strike in a flight zone. WTF, yes. He did not just say caution bird activity. Me too, Marks. Wow, you saw that happen on the thumbnail? That's crazy. No, this has never happened to me before. I can't switch seats. I'm over here. I'm single pilot. I mean, I guess technically I could. Technically I could, but I'm not going to. We're gonna go with. All right, let's go ahead and make a turn. I'm gonna go with this.
November 133, Papa, hold short of runway 10.
Bro, this is gonna be such a fun story to tell later.
10, holding short, November 133.
It really is. I mean, assuming we make it back. Yeah, assuming we survive this, which we will, we'll be fine.
Holding short of runway 19.
The plane is good. We're not depressurizing. I guess that'd be a good idea to check that, but we're also at 3,000 feet, so we don't even need pressurization at this altitude. So that's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Let's zoom this in. All right, there's Bucks. So we actually have a waypoint we can fly to if we want. All right, let's keep that turn coming. There we go. Can we set landing data? Is that something we can do here? Perf. Landing data. Yep, actually it knows we're landing at TPA now. Weather 3017. Let's go approach mode arm. There we go. Dry, all that looks good. Runway, landing config, landing data, accepts. Alright, cool. Alright, there it is. We are now meeting the localizer. We should capture the glide slope once that green diamond gets to our horizon. There's the airport out there. Let's get speed coming, keep that speed coming back. Yeah, I can't see the airport at all. We're gonna have to completely depend on our instruments until we get low enough to see the airport. It's completely my blind spot. I mean, I can kind of peek over here. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna kind of lean over this way. Or maybe we can lean that way. We'll lean over this way. I can just barely see the runway, but the ILS will help us get down a bit. Bird's the word. Yep, my plane got a right hook to the face, that's for sure. Yeah, passengers are not going to be happy. We can check on how they're feeling right now. Oh, they're actually they're in a surprisingly good mood right now, actually. They're in a surprisingly good mood. We'll announce landing. Alright, we need to get slowed down enough for flaps. Speed brakes out. Man, look at that beautiful sunset.
Golf uniform India Lima Victor, hold short of runway 28.
Alright, we're slowed up for flaps. Flaps 1 and 2. Gears coming down. That texture looks pretty interesting on the tires. I wonder if it changes, like if you flat spot them, or you know what I mean, because it simulates wear and tear on the tire, but I wonder if there's a visual representation of that. Alright, so I know you guys can't see it, but we are showing inside 3 miles to landing. Runway is like right there. Flaps are set 3. This will be my first ever. I've been flight simming for a long time, and this will actually be my first time, I want to say ever, I have had to land a plane with a broken windshield. So thank you, FS Reborn, for that.
Approaching runway 19.
And keep that power up. We're getting too slow.
Caution.
Too slow, too slow. Oop, that's me. I stood on the rudder too much. Alright, flaps are set. Good, good. Alright, let's see if we can fly in the rest of the way here. Autopilot off.
Autopilot.
My controls. Tampa Tower, Phenom 116 Bravo on short final, runway 19 left for emergency landing.
500.
Phenom 16 Bravo, winds 100 at 6, runway 19 left, cleared to land. Caution bird activity.
9 left, cleared to land, caution bird activity. Trust me, I know. Phenom 16 Bravo.
300. 200. 100. Glide slope.
Oh, another butter. Let's go. Alright, on the brakes myself. And let it roll out. Woo! Alright, we're taking this baby straight to the hangar. Straight to maintenance. We made it, guys.
Phenom 16 Bravo, welcome to Tampa. Contact ground on 121.7.
Thank you. Over to ground, 121.7. Phenom 16 Bravo. Woo! That is not how I expected tonight to go. That is not how I expected it. But you know what? I'm happy. I like a plot twist. I like a plot twist. And that was fun. I think this was way more interesting than flying all the way to Myrtle Beach, to be honest. Alright, we'll take this taxiway here. I can already see some open hangars, so we'll see if they can fix our windshield here in Tampa. I don't know how JetCard is going to handle the diversion.
Holding short of runway 10, Cessna 490.
I've never diverted in JetCard.
Approaching runway.
Alright, flaps are coming up.
Right.
Taxi lights. Sheesh. Y'all good back there? Yeah, I'm sorry. All we got you was coffee. I mean, we'll have to get you guys a new aircraft, and we'll fly you out there in a couple hours. It's gonna be at the sunset. Thank you, HD. I appreciate it, man. It'd be sweet if they modeled the blood splatter. I'm actually surprised they didn't. The Challenger 650 by Hot Start on X-Plane also has random bird strikes, and I know it has blood. Matter of fact, the 777 has them too, I want to say. What's that other plane? There's another plane that does it, where it can actually go into the engine intake and indent it. What plane am I thinking of? I can't see nothing out of this window. That's more of like a Beechcraft hangar. Hawker. I mean, they might be able to help us out. We'll see if they have a spare windshield out here. I'm just gonna park it. Park it over here. And we'll see what they say. If they can help us out. Wow. Over to maintenance, chat. I feel like this feels like aviation to me. You know what I mean? Like, and anybody who works in aviation knows exactly what I'm talking about. This is the unpredictability of aviation right here. Alright, brake set. Shut them down, chat. We do have a replay to watch, so we can do that. Wow, wow. Alright, if I shut the engines down, will that screw it up? For the replay? I've never done replay mode for this plane. We'll shut it down anyways. Alright, get off my plane. Oh, look at that butter on the rating. They're actually pretty happy. They're pretty happy. That's nice. But the ground ops will offload these people instantly. I don't know what JetCard is going to say. I genuinely don't know. Jamie at large, when can I get this plane? You can get it now. It's available now on the Microsoft Marketplace. Why is this camera broken? There we go. I can't believe we got a freaking bird strike. That is crazy. Yes, this is the vertical sims scenery for Tampa on Microsoft 2024. The INI Build A350 has it, the bird strike. Yeah, they do. And I think it actually dents the engine cowling. Yes, JetCard is now open to everyone. It is it's not free, but it is open to everyone. It didn't give me the option to divert. But I'm still gonna hit complete flight and see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. Did it accept it? I think it just accepted my flight. Okay. I'll check on that later. Alright, let's see if we get a replay mode going. Without breaking the aircraft. I don't know if I can just run replay mode with the engine off or how that's gonna work exactly, but I'm just gonna kind of shut everything off here. I do want my aircraft to be persistent. So when I fly it again, I want, you know, it to still have the broken windshield. I'll actually go and fix that. Matter of fact, let's go see if we can see that on here anywhere. Maintenance.
121.70.
Where it is right here.
Southwest 820.
Repair windshield. Bird strike, windshield damage. Your windshield has been damaged by a bird strike. Click repair button to replace the windshield and restore normal operations. So there it is. You can repair it right there. I'll do that later. Let's check on our VCS. Okay, it is broken again, so I gotta find out what I'm doing to cause the VCS to break. Maybe I need to just replace it completely, but I don't know. Anyways, let's go watch the replay and see. I might have to get the engine going again, but we'll see. FCR. We're not on VATSIM, so it's no worry there. We'll close second engines though, and hit play. Alright, there it is. The Phenom 300, man. Yeah, I wonder that too, True Blue. It accepted my flight, but I don't know if I was supposed to press divert or what on JetCard. Alright, here's the landing. Let's see how I did with very little visibility. Oh, come on. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, that's satisfying. I'm good. I'm good. I got my that was so satisfying. All right, play again. It even has the skirt skirt sound. That's amazing. Most planes have no sound for the touchdown, but this one actually does. Man, good flight, man. I had a whole plan to go to Myrtle Beach and all that, but I like this better. I'll be honest. I like this better. I do. And the plane is really easy to land. As you guys know, I normally smash my landings. Like, landings are usually fairly challenging for me. I'm not Mr. Butter Machine, but all right, HD, catch you later, man. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Sky Command, welcome to the stream, bro. Good to see you, man. I need to catch one of your streams, bro. I get notifications, Sky Command. Every time you go live, bro. I do. And I'm like, man, I want to catch another one of his streams. All right, this time from the window seat. Yeah, I want to catch another Sky Command stream. Hope you've been doing good though, bro. And hope to see you all at Flight Sim Expo in just a few weeks, I think. Is it weeks? I'm not sure how far out we are. I know. I wish we had a replay of the bird strike. Like, man, that'd be cool. We actually see it. I need to go back and watch the stream again. Like, I want to see it on the stream again. Like, that was there an actual bird? Let me see. I'm gonna rewind back. Man, it happened so fast. It's hard to tell if it was an actual bird, like a physical bird hit the window. At least he bounced off and then gets stuck in the windshield. Yo, check this out. Y'all notice how there's an actual indentation of it too? Like, it's not just a texture, but like the window is actually caved in. That's crazy. The window is actually caved in a little bit. Wow. My God, like, if that's scary in a sim, man, I can't imagine it happening in real life. Oh, that's like my worst nightmare right there, is being in a plane as a pilot and getting a bird strike. Like, I remember when we flew to Oshkosh with my family member. We were in a small plane. It wasn't a jet. It was a twin prop. But we were flying around a lake on the way into Oshkosh on the warbird arrival. And there were like a lot of birds flying around this lake, and I was just like constantly like bird, bird, bird. I kept calling out bird, and I was kind of paranoid. All right, one more time, maybe. Is this the last time? Yeah, we'll do one more from the outside view. It might not be the last. I might do one more after this from inside again, but dope, man. Again, excited about the Phenom. Love the plane. Really enjoy it. Looking forward to flying it again. Again, I am planning on making a tutorial video, like a pretty, beginner-friendly tutorial video on how to get the aircraft started and how to fly it on a full flight. And honestly, some of the information you guys gave me today is super helpful that I'm going to pass on in that tutorial video. So thank you guys so much for your help. Seriously, if you have any other tips, drop them in the comments or send me a DM. I'm considering flying again, if not tomorrow, then sometime later this week in the Phenom again. I forgot that Forza came out today as well, and I really want to play that. I don't really have intentions on streaming that. So I guess it doesn't really matter then. But we'll see. It depends. I may try it and be like, you know what, I might stream this. Matter of fact, you guys can let me know yourself. Would you want to see a Blue Games Forza stream? That's not something we typically do, but it's a game that I'm going to be playing and I will probably enjoy. So I don't know. Why not bring it to the channel? Let me know. Also, Star Citizen had a major update with a horrible release last week, so we didn't stream that, but maybe next week we'll see. We also have American Truck Sim Illinois that I still have not streamed. and I wanted to last week. It just didn't work out. Life kind of happened last week, so I didn't really do what I wanted to do there. But yeah, that's kind of a lot of things I'm kind of have up in the air to do. Obviously, more flight sim content to come, more train sim content to come. But I just want to kind of keep you guys up to date on where my head is at. All right, lots going on in the month of May and June. A lot to be excited about in aviation, in flight sim, and in gaming. But guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for being there to support me through my very first burst strike in flight sim. Holy crap, that was crazy. That was intense, seriously. But I appreciate all the help and support. Until next time, guys. Sorry we didn't make it to Myrtle Beach. Maybe we'll pick up where we left off in the next flight. Until next time, remember, you had 3 choices. Give up, give in, and give it all. You got peace, love, and God bless you. I'll see you guys at maintenance. See ya. Forza 6 or DCS? Ooh, I'm probably gonna play Forza.